Hello everyone, R.I.Pierre here using that max power return on YouTube as usual, and we are back with the GPC Season 2, Week 2. Or well, we're back with the GPC Season 2, and this is Week 2. This week we take on the real OmegaZero and his Toronto Torterras. A pretty interesting team, to say the least. It's actually very threatening to me. And yeah, stuff. So if you would like to skip all of this and go straight to the battle, there will be a timestamp in the description that I will put there. I'm not gonna give an empty promise like I have in the past. But yeah, if you want to just skip what I'm saying here and go straight to the battle, by all means, do you. Anyway, so his team consists of Landorus T, Suicune, Jirachi, Gengar, Mega Pinsir, Salamence, Cradle-Eye, Muck, Umbreon, and Pikachu. What you should have seen on the screen just now would probably be his what do you call it? I probably would have made something that would have had the team he bought for the battle. Oh, knocked my mic over. The team he bought for the battle, as well as his logo, I guess, would be on it. And yeah, so I'm just going through his team. Anyways, my team consists of, if you don't know already, Mega Lopunny, Slowbro, Dragalge, Seismitoad, Crobat, Azumarill, Hitmontop, Doublade, Meloetta, Typhlosion, and Virizion. So both of us have pretty interesting teams. What I am most afraid of for his team is Landorus T is fairly threatening. I'm going to tell you right now that I'm not bringing Slowbro this week. We haven't had our battles just yet, but I'm not going to be bringing Slowbro this week. I don't know if the decision is going to hurt me or benefit me, but as of right now, I just feel like I have all my bases covered with the team I bought, which you will see in the coming minutes. So right now, I am 1-0 with a 2 differential? 2 or 3? No, I think it's 2. And he is also 1-0. I don't remember his differential. I think it might be 1. Let me go. You won't see it, but or I might just put it up or something like that. Like put a break in between the whatever I made and this. Did he fill out? He didn't fill out his sheet for the fixture. So let me just go ahead and switch back to let's go to the big board and see what happened. Nope. All right. This is not helping. Okay, so scrolling down. Toronto, where are you? I cannot find it. This is really bad. I apologize. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 2 differential. I think he lost 2 months, so he has a differential of 4 going into this week against my differential of 2. So we have a pretty good opponent this week. I heard something about how he helped one of the GBA coaches make his team, so I don't know. I guess I should be expecting some type of innovation. He does seem to be familiar with league play, and yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and discuss my team now. So the team I decided to bring for this week, or I might make some like last second changes. If anything, I'll say something else. But the battle is gonna happen soon, so it really doesn't matter. First up, we have Bum Bum the Mega Lopunny, of course, Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, and Ice Punch, a very standard set because he does have a fairly team that doesn't really need me to do anything else. That it doesn't require Lopunny to go out of her way to have some other type of coverage besides normal fighting and ice, which hits everything on his team either super effectively or not normally. Next up, we have Toadsworth, the Seismitoad with Leftovers, Water Absorb, Stealth Rock, Scald, Earth Power, and Grass Knot. Grass Knot, with a Modest Nature at max, is a 3-hit KO on Suicune. A possible 2-hit KO if I have Stealth Rock up, and yeah, so it also basically shuts down any type of Crocoon set, as he has no moves to hit me with. So he either has to switch out or hope that when he rests he pulls Calm Minds, as if he doesn't, he's just going to get 3-shot. Next up, we have Pony Girl, the Azumarill, Choice Band, Waterfall, Aquajet, Play Rough, and Knockoff. Knockoff is more so for just coverage in general, as he doesn't really have anything that I would really need to run Superpower for, save his Cradle-Eye, but I don't think I'll be seeing that this week. Well, I could, to be honest, because I do have Toadsworth, and it does do super effective damage to my Crobat. Okay, you know what? No, I probably will, but Play Rough does do a good amount of damage on its own, and I really don't feel threatened by Cradle Eye too much, to be honest. So, next up we have Lo-Fi the Crobat with Black Sludge, Infiltrator, Defog, Roost, Brave Bird, and Super Fang. Now, looking at his team, I could change Infiltrator to Inner Focus so that if he decides he wants to run Choice Scarf, Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, Jirachi, then I wouldn't be taking as much I wouldn't be getting flinched, excuse me. I'd be able to get my moves off. But just looking at it, I wouldn't be staying in on Jirachi anyways, because Zen Headbutt is going to do a sizable amount of damage and probably 2-hit KO me. So I don't want that happening. I sacrificed U-turn for Super Fang here because of the fact that he does have whatchamacallit, let's look back. Umbreon, which is tank and will take a lot of will take good hits from my team. Muck can take some hits from time to time. Salamence with Intimidate up. No, not so much Salamence or Pinsir or Gengar, but Jirachi, it gives me an option to hit Jirachi with that puts him down to half, and if he's scarfed, that's very, very crucial, because if I get my rocks up, he's taking that repeated damage coming in while switching in and out, and I've already got him at 50%, and it just takes away the longevity very well. Suicune, self-explanatory, basically the same thing as Jirachi, only not as effective, considering Suicune can just rest it off, or if he's not bringing a rest set, then that it's just even better for me. And Landorus T is because he has the Intimidate, and just no. It helps me out so that I can put him at half. But my next one, well, you know what, I'm just gonna move on. Next up we have Christina the Meloetta with Assault Vest, Serene Grace, of course, Hidden Power Ice, Hyper Voice, Psychic, and Shadow Ball. So Hidden Power Ice is very, very cool, very good for this team, because he does have that Landorus T, as well as Pinsir and Salamence, who are both hit super effectively by it. Salamence and Landorus T are O-code, and Pinsir takes at least half, I would say, so it can't switch in. Now the thing is, I chose Assault Vest over Choice Specs because Assault Vest, the Vest set allows me 1 to run HP, and that allows me to live basically any non-super effective hit that they could throw at me, and 2, it basically makes Gengar rather useless against Meloetta. I think the max Gengar can do to me with like Sludge Bomb is like 20 something, it's like high 20s, or yeah, high 20s. So it shuts down Mega Gengar. Wow, Mega Gengar. I keep saying Mega, I'm sorry. It shuts down Gengar, excuse me. Whatchamacallit? He has no real switch-in unless of course he's running Flinch Axe Jirachi. But I do have Shadow Ball, which hits it super effectively and it'll be a 3-hit KO. If I can get a Super Fang off on it, that'd be great. Hyper Voice and Psychic. Hyper Voice just for if Suicune does set up a substitute. It's stab, so, and he only has 1 ghost, and everything else gets hit rather decently by it, so that's the reason it's on the set in the first place, but it does allow me to hit Suicune behind its substitute if that happens to occur. And I think it's a 2-hit KO even at +1. No, it's a 2-hit KO if he gets the sub up and I Hyper Voice twice, and a 3-hit KO any other time. If he starts setting up Calm Minds, that can be very annoying though for me. And last but not least, we have Deblade, aka Blood Twins, with Eviolite, No Guard, Shadow Sneak, Swords Dance, Iron Head, and Pursuit. Max HP, max attack, 8 into special defense. I was gonna run Toxic, but then I realized that the only mon that I would really even want to Toxic on his team would probably be his, I don't know, Suicune. And to lower its longevity, Jirachi's Steel type, so I can't do anything to that with Toxic. Umbreon can easily just heal Bell it away, and yeah, I just didn't really feel the need for it. So Shadow Sneak, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Pursuit. Iron Head and Shadow Sneak are dual stab, plus with Swords Dance, Gengar can no longer switch in. Suicune takes a sizable amount of damage from Shadow Sneak, although not too much, I guess. Jirachi isn't a switch in. Landorus T can on a Shadow Sneak, and Iron Head's still going to do a decent amount of damage because when he comes in, I'll be at +1. And like a Pinsir, even if it runs Earthquake, is not going to be able to KO me. Salamence that runs Fire Blast might be annoying if he decides to bring that, but you know. And Umbreon doesn't do much damage in general, so but that Foul Play would do a good amount, so I have to be careful of that. I'm also running Pursuit just in case if I can get him in on like Jirachi, who can't hit me at all, then Pursuit does a good amount of damage to it. And yeah, so how are we? We're at 10 minutes mark. So what I'm gonna do is stop this recording, and whenever I have my battle, we'll go ahead and record that replay. But yeah, so I do hope that you guys enjoy, and I will see you in a couple minutes in the replay. This is my team, and you should have seen his team already. And if you would like to, please check out my opponent, the real OmegaZero. His descriptions, wow, his descriptions will be in the links below. Wow, his links will be in the descriptions below. His links will be in the description below. And yeah, so I will be back. Hey, welcome back everybody, and here we are. We've had the battle just a couple of hours ago, and yeah, so the narration here. So if you haven't already, make sure that you go ahead and check out my opponent, the real OmegaZero. His links will be in the description below, right underneath the regular, I guess, the description of the video, I guess. But yeah, so he opted to bring Gengar, Jirachi, Cradleye, Umbreon, Pinsir, and Salamence. If you haven't guessed already, I'm on the other side of the screen. So I hate that. I really hate that. Sometimes I wish I could just see my own perspective, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm on the other side of the screen. And as I showed you already, I had Lopunny, Toadsworth, Ponygirl, Low5, Christina, and Blood Twins. So looking at his team, the one thing I can see that being slightly annoying is his Cradleye, as I do have 3 things that are weak to it, 4 if it runs Earth Power, and yeah, it's just in general it's kind of annoying. But I'm not really too threatened by anything on his team. Scarf Salamence could actually be quite an annoyance, but to be completely honest, I think I can handle him. So we're gonna go ahead and dive straight into this. He's gonna lead off with his Gengar. I'm gonna lead with my Blood Twins here. I opt to switch out rather than stay in and either get burned or catch a Shadow Ball, and he does go straight for the Will-O-Wisp, and that's slightly annoying as I do go into Christina here. I was going to click Hyper Voice. I just didn't. I wanted to get some damage off on Gengar if possible. I didn't want to go for Psychic to get 0 on Umbreon, but I ended up practically doing 0 anyway. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna switch out and go into low 5 here. As I do a Super Fang on him, I can bring Umbreon down to half instantly, which is very good for me. And I need this Umbreon to go down. It's just it's annoying because of how tanky it is. And Farplay is still going to do a very decent amount of damage to my Crobat, but I'm going to switch out here as he goes down up to 57%, and he is going to protect again, just to get a little more leftovers recovery, I would assume. So here, this is, oh wait, no, never mind, not yet. So I'm going to Mega Ball straight away with not Scrappy, and I go for the return. I do 98%, or I think I said 99, but like it was enough to leave him at 2, I guess, for some reason. So what I did here, I actually clicked return again. I was going to click Ice Punch as I would be able to take out the Gengar anyway, and if he went into I wasn't going to do much damage to anything else that he would possibly bring in. If he goes into Umbreon, I can hit him with Ice Punch. I can go for like return or something to bait the protect and then high jump kick or something like that, and I would have been fine. So I was going to initially, I was gonna click cancel and hit Ice Punch, but he made his move too quickly, and he ends up switching into Salamence here. Gets the Intimidate off on me, but I get the critical hit on his Salamence. Now, that non-super effective critical hit return from my Lopunny, that stab, just destroys this Salamence immediately. So I ignore the attack drop because of the critical hit, plus the 1.5 times damage from a normal return, and there you go. So he is going to go into his Pinsir here and try to set up a Swords Dance on me. I could have just gone for Ice Punch because I really didn't think that he would go for the for a quick attack straight away, or a return straight away, I guess, but it's whatever. I end up in a better position anyway by switching out. So I go into Blood Twins here, as if he doesn't carry Earthquake, he has no means of really hurting me, even at +2. Although a return, well actually no, return would hurt decently. I still think it's more than a 2-hit KO. So He's going to switch out to Umbreon here. I'm going to go for an Iron Head, which is going to do some decent damage here. It puts him at 37, but I am in a position where I can't KO him. I can't KO him. That's what I wanted to say. So I decided to go for Scald here, as if he does try to pass the Wish into his Gengar, I want to make sure I could take care of the Gengar if he decided to do that. But he does decide to go for the Protect here, and Umbreon is going to take the Wish. So I'm going to go ahead and Stealth Rock, as it does allow me to pressure his team. He has no means of getting rocks off the field, so the only way he would pressure me into defogging rocks is if he puts me in a position where I need to get rocks off the field, and it just, yeah, if he puts me in a position where I really need to get rocks off of the field so I can save something with my Crobat, then that's the only way I'm gonna get rocks off. I'm gonna take rocks off the field. I will leave rocks on my side of the field if necessary, as I do want this Pinsir to feel the pain. Which is very weird how he would have 2 Mons weak to rock, one with 4 times the weakness, and he didn't run an odd number HP either for it, so that it could switch in twice. But I digress. He didn't carry a Defogger or a Spinner this week. Anyways, moving on. We're on turn 12. We still have 28 to go. So I'm going to switch out of Seismitoad here. I'm going to go into my Lopunny. He's going to go for Foul Play. That's 32%. That is a very, very decent amount of damage, especially for a resisted move. So it goes into Gengar here. Just to sack it, I was not clicking High Jump Kick. I literally, no, not for this entire match. I don't think I clicked High Jump Kick once. So what I decided to do was go into Deblade here, as there's really not much Jirachi could do. That Thunder Wave is fairly annoying though, because I really need to make sure I don't get Thunder Wave on my Lopunny, and it basically shows me that Seismitoad can take this thing on one-on-one. So he goes for the Paraflinch way. So what I decided to do, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prioritize you, go for Shadow Sneak and do decent amounts of damage to you as well. So my Shadow Sneak would kill him. So yeah, I made this nasty play. I apologize for that. I was interrupted as my father came downstairs to do stuff, but I am okay now. So I'll go through what I did from turn to turn. So my first turn out while he was Iron Heading me, I clicked Swords Dance first turn. That didn't work because I flinched. Then I clicked Pursuit the next turn, and I was like, fine, I've had enough. I clicked Shadow Sneak the next turn, and then knowing that he would probably want to switch out because I have more Shadow. Well, okay, let me stop there. I can Shadow Sneak him to death before he Iron Head flinches me to death. So knowing that, I think I was thinking, okay, he's probably going to go to something that could try to handle me, but he doesn't really have anything on his team that can handle me, to be honest. The only thing that he could possibly try to do is go into Umbreon, because it can take hits, it can take all the hits from me, and Foul Play is, yeah, all that good stuff. But this turn I decided, knowing this, I decided to go for Pursuit this turn just to see what happened. I don't get paralyzed, and I get a crit. Now this critical hit does matter in the fact that it does keep him from being able to switch it back in and have it live anything, but it doesn't matter in the fact that the way he switches it in later, I would have been able to take it out in that turn anyway. So yeah, anyways, let's continue on with this. So he's gonna go ahead and switch out here as I pursued him out, and he goes into Umbreon here. So what I'm gonna do here, wow, I said here like 5 times in the last like minute. Anyway, so I'm gonna go into low 5 here, as even if he goes for Foul Play, I can just roost the damage off, and I do still have my Black Sludge intact, which is great. So what I'm gonna do here is just roost off as he protects rather than going for the Foul Play there. I really disagree with this play. I mean, even if I did go for Super Fang, he could still Wish Protect in. But actually, never mind. Now that I look at it, I didn't realize Jirachi had come in on this turn. But yeah, it definitely discouraged him from using Jirachi that way again. I would have left him at like 20-something% anyways, and I would have still been able to take him on one-on-one with the Blade. And the Blade does not take much damage for the rest of the game, so just keep that in mind. So I went for Super Fang. There's no target because he's gone, and that is what? That's a kill for Deblade, I believe. Yeah. So Pinsir's gonna go for the quick attack right here, and I'm just gonna go straight for the Brave Bird to take out this Pinsir. I'm like, yeah, gone. So low 5 gets a KO, and all of a sudden we're up 6-2, and it's pretty much over here. I'm just being very careful to keep my differential up. I want that 6-0, I'm hunting for it, so he goes for that foul play, and that puts me at 32% after the black sledge recovery, and I decide to roost again, as he does go for foul play, as he's kind of out predicting me here, as I am clicking roost each turn. Plus he has no real reason to not go for foul play at the moment, so I go for Super Fang and I put him at 29%. He goes for the foul play here. Now what he should have done, at least to save his differential, I'm sorry if you heard my dog sneeze in the background, but at least to save his differential, what he should have done here is click foul play again, just to be safe. But because I clicked Brave Bird just to see if I could take him out, and I don't. He goes for the wish, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I decide to switch out here rather than going for the Brave Bird, as it does go for the foul play on me. I'm 60%, and I'm like, fine, that's fine. I'm okay with this. So he gets his HP back, and he's gonna go ahead and go for the protect as I go for the play rough. I am a choice banded Azumarill here, so. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and switch out into his Cradle Eye here as I go for the play rough. I do 66%, which is actually a good, yeah, 66%, there you go. And he is a Citrus Berry Cradle Eye, so I'm like, okay, that's fine, good enough damage. Storm Drain, I don't really care too much. So he goes for the Energy Ball here. I would have stayed in because I would definitely be able to take it if I was an Assault Vested Azumarill, which is my favorite set personally. But yeah, I wasn't, so I decided to just switch out here. And I go into Christina, who is Assault Vested and can take anything from this Cradle Eye, and I decide, yeah, I take nothing from these Energy Balls. So rather than going for the Hyper Voice like I wanted to, I click Psychic this turn. I really get in my own way sometimes. But yeah, so Umbreon's gonna take nothing from Psychic as it is a Dark type, and I'm down to 2% on Christina. I'm like, you know what? No, we're preserving the 6-0. So he goes for the foul play, does absolutely nothing to Pony Girl, and I basically win the game here as he goes for protect here, which is really just annoying. It's just a nuisance at this point. So I go for play rough again after this. Yeah, he goes for foul play. I go for the gets a crit too. A little too late. Go for the play rough on his Umbreon here. So rather than stay in and risk being slower than a Cradle Eye and losing my Pony Girl and losing the 6-0, I'm gonna go back to my roots with Bun Bun, the shiny Megalopony, who can definitely take any type of hit from this thing. I go for the fake out here, and as I know he isn't leftovers, I just want to make sure that he is in range for return to KO, as I don't want to click high jump kick and end up missing or anything like that. So that's going to be the battle. As I said before, make sure you check out my opponent in the links in the description below, and I hope you all enjoyed. This has been week 2. We did not battle Tom before he went on vacation, so there will be no week 3 battle up next week, but we will be back with week 4 2 weeks from now. So I hope you all enjoyed. Until we meet again, R.I.Peace out. Catch up with the GPC. Follow its Twitter, follow its members. The spreadsheet will be in the link below in the comment section. Wow, will be in the description below. Excuse me. And yeah, you guys should go check that out. I already did until you meet. Yeah. All right, later. Bye. It's late.